Siam did something strange. He gathered all the women from prominent families in a large hall. There was only one purpose. His adopted daughter, Iti, would choose for herself who she wanted to call mother. At first, one woman stepped forward. She said she owns a large jewelry company. If Iti stays with her, she will never lack jewelry in her life. Iti walked forward silently. The girl looked at the woman's jewelry closely. Then she turned to her father and said, "Father, all of this lady's jewelry is fake. Iti has a supernatural power. She can tell the difference between truth and lies." Siam trusted his daughter completely and immediately sent that woman away. Then a second woman stood up. She said she could easily have a child of her own. Iti would even have a little sister. Iti walked straight up to her and placed her hand on the woman's stomach. Then she said, "This lady is already carrying a baby." The woman turned red with anger and said, "This child is lying." Siam calmly told his secretary to take the woman for a pregnancy test. The woman panicked. Finally, she confessed the truth herself. Siam sent her away too. One by one, all the women left. Iti did not like any of them. The girl sat there quietly, feeling a bit disappointed. Just then, a heated argument broke out nearby. A couple was sitting face to face on a blind date. The middle-aged man pointed at a mark on the girl's face and said, "It was not in the picture." The girl wasn't one to back down either. She pulled out his photo and said, "You look 20 years older in person than you do in this picture." The man was furious. He said, older men have a different charm, and that it was the girl's good fortune to be on a date with him. The girl lost her patience. She shouted back. The man in a rage picked up a glass to throw at her. Just then Siam stepped forward and pulled the girl away. The glass missed her head, but as Siam looked at the girl, he froze. Laboni, 5 years ago, Siam lost the use of both his legs in a car accident. He thought he wouldn't burden Laboni with this, so he ended the relationship himself. Later, through Iti's miraculous powers, his legs were healed, but he could never find Laboni again. The man was coming to cause trouble once more. Siam drove him away immediately. Iti was watching the whole thing. She understood what was in her father's eyes. She went to Laboni and asked, "Auntie, will you be my mother?" Laboni was surprised and thought Siam had remarried. Siam quickly said that Iti was his adopted daughter. Then he told her the whole truth. "Why did you end the relationship that day? Why did you leave?" He asked for another chance. Laboni touched the scar on her face and said, "I am not the same as before. Your family will never accept me with this scar." Siam said he had no problem with it, but Laboni still refused. She said that even if he did not mind, his family would not accept her. Iti listened to everything in silence. Then she stood up and walked over to Laboni. She raised her two small hands and placed them on Laboni's face. A few seconds later, she pulled her hands away. Laboni touched her face with her hand. The scar was gone. She stared at Iti in complete shock. She never even dreamed that this little girl possessed such great power.